What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of Jay Topics. Y'all, a lot. And when I say a lot, I do mean a lot is going on. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about, oh gosh, Jussie Gate. You heard me. I want to talk about Jussie Gate. Do y'all remember in my last video, just in my last video, I just talked about this. I was like, here it is a whole year later. Now we're dealing with Gayle King because we no longer have to deal with Jussie Gate. Remember I said that in my last J Topics? And I'll be damned. The announcement was made just a few days ago that Jussie Gate has now been reopened. That's right. Jussie Smollett has been brought up on 6 counts due to the him lying about the case from last year. They are literally reopening that case, and he goes to court on the 24th. Y'all, look, why don't we just cancel Black History Month altogether? Like, what in the world? Let me tell you something. I was talking to someone the other day about this case. Y'all, this case is nothing more than get back, payback, dirty Chicago politics, and payola. That's all this is about at this point. I cannot believe that they are actually going to reopen this case all over again. That is ridiculous. Oh my God. I mean, what else is there to talk about? Some are even saying that Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx has a lot to do with this. Some are saying that there is like some revenge towards her because there's an election coming up. I know she played a great deal in Jussie getting off last year on, I believe, 18 or 19 counts, which really was ridiculous. So when they closed the case, I'm like, okay, well, that's it. You know, we're done talking about Jussie Smollett. We're done talking about Jussie Gate. So this thing is over. Here we are, literally 1 year later, and we are now about to talk about Jussie Gate all over again. This time with 6 counts. Now, some are saying that he's not going to get any time. They're saying that with 6 counts, the most he'll serve is 3 years. And because he's a first-time offender, he may not even do the 3 years. I don't care. Look, whatever the case may be, y'all just quietly take this to court. Slap that man on his wrist. Give him his, I don't know, 30 days of public service or whatever you need to do so we can all be done with this. This really is ridiculous, and the whole thing should be over at this point, you know? I don't know. You guys let me know what you feel about this. Are y'all ready for Jussie Gate all over again? Are y'all ready to hear about this every day on the news? Just ridiculous. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about what's now become Snoop Dogg Gate. We got a lot of gates going on, y'all. Okay, so here's the latest. If you have not heard, Snoop Dogg has officially apologized to Gayle King. That's right. Snoop Dogg actually made an official apology. I know the first time he went on Instagram, he said something to the effect of, you know, he never wanted to do anything to her or bring any harm to her. He had spoken to his mother and he was raised better than that. So I'm like, okay, you know, Snoop's kind of walking it back a little bit. Then I believe he got on Instagram again and then made another a statement about it. And I was like, okay, Snoop, we get it. But this third one was literally a straight up backpedal and walk back. I mean, it really was. He made an official apology to her. He apologized for calling her out of her name. He apologized, I guess, if he felt that he seemed threatening. And, you know, I mean, he apologized profusely in this last one. And I'll just say this about Snoop. Y'all, I'm not mad at my boy Snoop at all. Yes, I was a little disappointed in him apologizing, but I'm not mad at Snoop. At the end of the day, Snoop is being paid a lot of money by Viacom, aka CBS. He has that show with Martha Stewart, and he has some other endorsement deals. So Snoop has a lot of money on the table right now. The brother does, I'm talking millions and millions of dollars. And I do believe that Snoop Dogg's handlers got in his ear and told him, hey, you know what? You're about to lose these endorsement deals. You're about to lose this show with Martha Stewart, and all of these people are mad now because you came against their precious Gayle King. So you need to fix this. So Snoop did what he needed to do in order to secure his bag and to make sure that they didn't mess with his money. So I'm not mad at Snoop. I get it. Now, what I am mad about is, what I'm a little disappointed in is Reverend Al Sharpton. I'll be honest. Reverend Al Sharpton is someone that I have looked up to since I was a kid. And I still love Reverend Al Sharpton. He's done a lot and is still doing great things in our community. He is one of the big voices out in our community, and I genuinely, honestly do love Reverend Al Sharpton. Don't get me wrong. Reverend Al Sharpton's position is this. Snoop Dogg should never have called that woman out of her name, and he should not have maybe alluded to threatening her, and I get that. There has been a lot of pushback against that, and I'm totally fine with that, and I respect anyone's position as far as that is concerned. If you felt that he shouldn't have called Gayle King out of her name or made it seem as if he's threatening her, okay, fine, I get all of that. But what really disappointed me about Reverend Al Sharpton was the fact that he sat on that show with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, I think that's her name, and he sat silent and allowed Joe Scarborough and Mika say some really harsh, cruel things about Snoop Dogg's character that just was not true, they talked about how he was on trial for murder, way back in the 90s, and talked about his gang affiliation, and just really trying to paint him as if he's this dark, sinister character that's out to kill or do harm to Gayle King. And Reverend Al just sat there silently and allowed them to malign his character. And I was just really disappointed in Reverend Al for doing that. Still love you, Reverend Al, but I just did not like that. I felt, say what you need to say about his bad behavior or what you perceive to be his bad behavior. But I felt that in those parts of the conversation, Reverend Al, you should have stood up for Snoop and defended him, because Snoop Dogg is not a bad person. He's changed his life. He no longer has those affiliations. The man is on a television show with Martha Stewart. The man has major endorsement deals, and people genuinely like Snoop Dogg across all races. And especially as a black person, hey, we love Snoop. Snoop is like our cousin, like our uncle. He's like our friend. We love Snoop Dogg. So Reverend Al, I was very disappointed in you for not standing up for Snoop and defending him when he needed to be defended. Now, as far as Joe Scarborough is concerned, first of all, let's be clear. Joe Scarborough, all of your outrage is fake and phony. You don't love black women like that. You've never stood up for black women, okay? If that was the case, where was all of your outrage when Sandra Bland was attacked? Where was all of your outrage when she got killed, huh? Okay, but now all of a sudden, you're so pro-black woman because Gayle King was so-called attacked by Snoop. And as far as Mika Brzezinski is concerned, let me tell you something, Mika. I didn't like your comments either, because you were saying that, it was a so-called apology, but it's not enough. Snoop Dogg needs to do more. He needs to do more than just apologize, because it wasn't good enough. Really, it wasn't good enough, Mika? Really? Well, was it good enough for your ex-husband when you had an affair on him with Joe Scarborough? You guys lied for 2 or 3 years, sitting across from each other on that show. Both of you all were married, okay? And Mika, you had a whole affair with Joe Scarborough on your husband, and you all lied to the public. Did you apologize about that, Mika? Huh? Did you apologize about that? So you can miss me with all of your morality and Snoop Dogg, he needs to do more and he didn't do enough. Why don't you fix your relationship with your ex-husband and stop lying, Mika? I don't know, that whole Joe Scarborough MSNBC interview, that thing with Reverend Al, it just rubbed me wrong on so many levels. And they were just throwing out so many dog whistles. You know, and I'm sorry, people are not stupid. We know exactly what was going on with that. You guys were trying to destroy Snoop, and I didn't appreciate that. And Reverend Al, again, I did not appreciate you not standing up for Snoop when he needed to be defended in that situation. And that's all I got to say on that. But anyway, y'all, Snoop apologized. What do you guys think? Do you feel that Snoop should have apologized? Or what's your take on it? I would love to know. All right, so next I want to talk about basketball great Dwyane Wade and his son Zaire. I believe this kid is about 11 or 12 years old. So if you guys don't know, Dwyane Wade's son Zaire basically has proclaimed that he no longer wants to go by the pronouns he and his. He actually wants to be a female. He actually wants to be addressed as a female. You know, he wants to go by the pronouns she and her. Okay? And let's just say there's lots of controversy around that whole issue and that whole subject. You know, a lot of people are saying that, and by the way, he wants to be called Zeta instead of Zaire. Just wanted to point that out. Now, before I render my opinion, I just want to say I would like for us to stay mature about this thing. I want us to have a mature conversation. Please do not get in my comments section with any homophobic remarks. That is a game I do not play on Jay's World TV. I've expressed this before and I'll express it again. Jay's World TV is all welcoming. I mean, I welcome everyone on my channel. I welcome straight people, gay people, bi people, purple people, yellow people, white people. I don't care who you are and what part of life you come from. I welcome all people on my channel. So, due to the sensitive nature of this topic, don't get down in my comments section with some homophobic mess because I'm not playing that. And I will block you and delete you. Point blank, period. Okay? Just wanted to do that little bit of house cleaning before I go into this subject. Now, getting back to Dwyane Wade's soon-to-be, I guess, daughter, if you will. Look, it's a real sensitive and touchy subject. You really can't tell a person how to parent their child. I totally respect the way Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union, how they are parenting little young Zaire. You know, they're allowing this kid to be the free person that she wants to be. And that's all fine and good. Now, some of you may disagree with that, and that's fine. I personally don't have a problem with it because at the end of the day, this kid is about, 11 or 12 years old? Eventually, she will eventually grow into the person that they want to be. So there's really no stopping it. So right now, you know, little Zaire is in his developmental stages. And if this is the pronoun that he wants to go by, then let the kid do what he needs to do. At the end of the day, we're not his parents. I'm not his parents. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it. I'm totally fine with that. Now, the only thing that I do have a problem with, in terms of Dwyane Wade's son, soon to be a female, I don't like children that are overly sexualized. And what I mean by that, for example, this picture right here. This is a picture of Dwyane Wade's son in a cut off midriff shirt with extra long fingernails, just really looking like a grown woman, you know. I have a problem with that because if I'm not mistaken, this kid was only like, 11 years old in this picture right here. I don't care if you're male or female. No child, in my opinion, should ever wear a midriff top, showing that much skin with the long fingernails and everything. If you're my kid and you're my son and you're discovering your sexuality and you want to play around and dress like a girl, I don't have a problem with that. I just want you to stay a child. I'm sorry. Little Zaire could have, I don't care, pick a Barbie t-shirt. Pick a shirt with a My Little Pony or a unicorn on it or something like that, that's covering your full body. Don't wear your midriff out. And all those long fingernails. And another thing, I saw Little Zaire in a fashion show on YouTube. I believe he was about 10 years old at the time. It was just very cringe-worthy and very uncomfortable. I mean, this kid was like walking down the runway. He had his hands on his hips and he was twitching and turning and, just acting real grown. I'm old school. We always said fast acting or grown acting when I was a kid. I just don't like kids that act like that. I don't like kids that are overly sexualized. Because we have a lot of perverts in this world and a lot of people on social media that actually comb the internet looking for children scantily dressed. There are just a lot of sickos out there, and I did not like that. So I hope that Gabrielle and Dwyane can fix that issue with their son, soon-to-be daughter. Other than that, let the kid develop the way he/she needs to develop. I don't have a problem with it. But you guys can respectfully let me know how you feel down in the comments. And you don't have to agree with me. That's totally fine. Just keep it respectful. All right? All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting on? You're already over here. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell icon, because when you hit that bell icon, YouTube will send you notifications of all of my latest videos. And you too can be down with the notification squad. That's it, guys. That's all I got. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.